So let's rock and roll. So let's say you're using Facebook marketing to drive more traffic to your website or your landing pages, and you find a particular campaign working. All right, and it's actually working, and you're like, oh my God, this is working, and my budget's $50. Let's go ahead and increase the budget. Step number one, don't increase the budget too much because you're going to mess it up. Facebook has an algorithm of what I've learned where if you increase it too fast, you're actually going to mess it up, and then your cost per lead and your conversions are not going to be very good. And so literally there's kind of three different types of scaling that you can do when you find a successful ad working, right? So step number one is increasing the budget. But when you increase the budget, never increase it more than 50% at one time. And usually you leave it that way for 3 days, right? And then it'll allow the algorithm to really kind of catch up, right? The better option to do in order to scale your Facebook ads up is go into the ad sets and literally just duplicate it. Leave the budget alone. Like most people, and including me, I did this. I'd find an ad working and be like, man, I'm getting $2, $3 per lead. This is rocking and rolling. Let's go and increase the budget, or let's kind of fine tune it. Don't. Leave it alone because you're going to mess with the algorithms for some odd reason. It drives me crazy. Right? So you're going to duplicate that ad set. That's kind of what you do next. Now, you can increase it. When you increase the budget, usually the rule of thumb is you're going to do it based on, for every 10,000 people in your audience that you can reach, it's usually about $10 for spend. So if you have 1 million people, it's $100. Okay? So you want to make sure that your budget's that way. But that's kind of what you can do on one part of the scaling. Now, once you want to kind of scale in another way, kind of a horizontal scaling, you can literally upload your list and create a custom audience, which is always pretty cool within Facebook. So what you'll do is you'll export out a CSV file of email addresses or phone numbers, and you'll upload your list. And so what you want to do is upload your list as in emails, right? Or what you can do is upload your client list or your customers or your perfect prospects. And you do that in 2 different lists. And then what you do from that is you create lookalike audiences. And what it will happen is you'll do like a lookalike audience per your country first. And then after you do a lookalike audience for your country and it actually works, then if you want to reach other countries, you can do that. And you basically duplicate that over and over again, okay? Other things that you can do is create lookalike audiences based on the conversion pixels, right? So a conversion pixel is like, the tracking code that you put on the thank you page. So if people got to the thank you page, you want to market to more people like that. And so Facebook will help you out and they'll allow you to go do that. So make sure you do lookalike audiences for your pixels. You can also do lookalike audiences for your retargeting ads. So if you don't have retargeting set up with Facebook, you're crazy. You should do that, where you can track for the past 180 days. I don't think you can go past that anymore, but you can do for the past 180 days. And so literally you can remarket to them as well as create lookalike audiences based on who were on your website, because that's probably who is the best person there, right? And then on the last level, and no one really kind of talks about, this is, when we first start out with the campaigns, most of the time you set up for website conversions, right? Because you want people to, Facebook tells you they're going to show it to more people that are bound to click on your website and then convert. But let's say out of 1 million people, it's going to show you a small percentage that are actually going to convert. But then there's another small percentage over here if you actually switched your campaign for website clicks. And if you do that, then you can reach them too. So as well as you're duplicating your ad set, you can duplicate your campaign and then change the campaign goals. Change it to website clicks, change it to per engagements, change it all there, and that will help you out greatly. Now you have to test it all out. Some website clicks will be better than the website conversions, but I always tell people to start off with website conversions first, all right? And thank you for the hearts. But you really want to do that. And those are kind of all the ways that you can kind of scale up. Because most everybody thinks in order to scale up with Facebook marketing, once they figure out an ad that works, it's just to increase the budget. Or maybe they do one lookalike audience. But if you do these different things, so kind of like to recap, right? Duplicating the ad sets are always one of the best things that you can do. I mean, literally, and you could literally change like maybe the picture, right? Luke said, "This is great insights, Jason. Thanks for sharing." No problem, dude. Happy to help. Just shared. This is gold, Ty. Awesome. Yeah, and if you're not following me already, make sure you click on the little Perry button down below. And if you are on live, and or if this is a replay, because I'm going to start doing this more. Luke Redding got the playbook as well. Awesome, man. Luke, you may want to check out the Generate Leads program that I have, because I go into even more depth of how you can find your audience on Facebook and how to create all these different pages that convert and the campaigns and all of that. So you may want to check that out. Luke said, yeah, I saw that. Perfect. So go check that out, or send me an email. I'll hook you up. And anybody on this Periscope live, okay, or even on the replay, if you send me an email, I'll send you a really good link where you'll save $500 on the Generate Leads program, because it basically walks you through Facebook marketing, but also it walks you through the whole lead generation process for setting it up on autopilot. So if you just send me an email at jason@jasonswenk.com, it's real hard, right, to remember, jason@jasonswenk.com, and just say, hey, I was on your Periscope, or I was on Swenkscope, and you told me to send you a lead to get more information on the Generate Leads. Or if you want to go through the campaign and see how it works, you can do that by going to generateleadseveryday.com, and I'll send you a couple of emails walking you through the systems. And then, then you just reach out to me personally and say, hey, can you give me the special deal you mentioned on Periscope? Now, if you want the special deal, just tell me within this week, and then it's off the table, right? You got to take action. I want people to take action, because those are the most successful people. But that's when you start figuring out how Facebook, when you figure out that one ad that works, just start trying these techniques on these for scaling up. It's truly amazing. The other things you can do is, on the conversion pixels of like, did they see this page? Did they not go to this page? It's really pretty cool. So I'm going to start chatting about that as well. But if you really want to get a head start and really see kind of behind the covers and really see, how I'm using it, you got to get in that program. But any questions that you guys have that I can answer? I just thought this was like, there's so many different questions that people are asking about kind of scaling their Facebook ads. Not many people are sharing what's working, and so I just wanted to share what's working on that. So, all right, well, if you guys don't have any questions, or you guys are slow typers, certainly understand. Hit me up anytime. Make sure you follow me. Thank you for all the hearts. And Luke said, what's the best type of lead? You probably talk about lead magnet for Facebook. How do you market vapor products on Facebook? So I think you're talking about Luke said lead magnets. So what are the best lead magnets? You have to have it figured out, a really custom audience that the biggest problem or their desire, right? And so if you can say like, mine that works really well is like how one agency went from $25,000 a month to $87,000 a month in 2 months by only doing 2 things that you can do right away, right? And so everybody wants to know that, or, case studies are really good. Vapor products, or I guess like knowledge, I would like to call it. So I have 2 products. So obviously the Generate Leads program as well as the playbook. It's all about giving them something high level that actually solves a problem for them that can help them out. That's the best way. I know they are tobacco. I don't understand that. But it's all about providing them value first and proving value, kind of like what I'm doing on Periscope, right? So if you like these tips, you would love the Generate Leads Everyday program, because I walk you through exactly how to do it. I walk you through how to do the landing pages, all that. I show the resources, tools. I give you all the swipe files, all those different things, right? So it's almost kind of like this, but you kind of do that on Facebook. The other cool thing that I want you guys to be aware of is there's some competition for Periscope coming up. I know I say this is the next big thing. I'm talking about live video streaming is the next big thing. Maybe not Periscope. Facebook actually has something already out that if you're a live personality, I'm trying to get it approved as well. Yeah, there's Meerkat on there, but Periscope's going to get big just because it's backed by Twitter. Facebook's already big, and as soon as they start letting more people on mentions, that I think will take it over. Facebook is not allowing you to create ads for tobacco-related products. Okay, well, you might not want to create something to sell someone on tobacco. Maybe think of what smokers do, right? That you can help them out with first, and then after you turn that kind of controlled traffic that you have into own traffic, then you can start talking about tobacco for your email campaigns. But it's all about kind of baiting them in, and then kind of now you have the fish, right? And then you can do whatever you want with it. But I actually have to go because I have to jump on this agency mastermind that I run. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, and chat with you soon. Thanks to the hearts.